I'm a homeless person. My name is Ronnie Goodman, and I've been homeless now since I got out of prison. When I got out of prison, I was homeless. I was condemned to homelessness. As soon as I got out of prison, I was homeless, and I've been fighting ever since. I've been waiting on housing ever since then, since 2010. I lost my property like 10 times, and I lost my engravings, my blocks, which is this is my artwork. And someone was in the mayor's office, some of my artwork. And this is like, since I'm homeless, it was like my means of ways to survive. And so that's when they came up to a compromise. They said, okay, Mr. Goodman, you can have your stuff, but we're gonna give you a citation for logging. So they gave me unlawful logging, and I don't know what that means, and basically, I don't know, sleeping on the streets. Logging sounds like a very fancy word to me.
Lodging.
Lodging. I'm sorry, it's lodging. And I'm like, that sounds very fancy. I'm like, lodging? This is like I'm trying to survive. This is not like a recreational thing for me. It sounds like some rich word that people use that I never even heard of.
Did you have a tent or
I had a rug.
You had a rug?
Yeah, I had a rug. I threw a rug over me.
Okay.
And I had some cardboard boxes.
Okay.
Yeah. And the rug was really big.
Yeah.
And I had a cardboard box, and I had like a piece of wood.
Yeah.
Because I worry about somebody going to hit me in the head. So I have like a wood behind my head.
Yeah.
So I won't get hit. People can just run up and hit you or whatever. So you can't have stuff that can construct housing. You cannot have anything that's going to protect you from the weather, basically. Okay, let's just keep that clear, basically.
Yeah, that's it.
So I can't have nothing going to look like something that's going to construct me from the elements of the weather. If it's raining or if it's cold or if it's hot, or if I'm in an area that maybe high violence area that I might want some kind of protection. Some people, it's only to keep me from being hurt at night when I sleep at night because, I hear so much brutal stuff. Mm-hmm. It will not stop it, but it will help.
Yeah.
So I agreed to that. I agreed they can have the rug. I agreed they can have the wood and the other rugs, just so I can have some stuff I thought was extremely important to me, which was my art and my paperwork. So I said, yeah, I feel that I had to compromise with them. I felt that would have been the safest thing. That's the area that I felt the safest at. Okay. People try to find an area you feel safe at. I just don't happen to choose areas that I would like to be. I just choose areas that I think that I know that the police don't really bother you, and then also that you feel safe, that you don't get hurt. Yeah. And that's basically, I'm trying to find areas I won't get hurt. I'm trying to find a safety area. I don't know, I'm hoping this will be the last time that I have to go through this. But my thing is that I'm trying to get housing, and this is what I got to do every time I'm trying to get housing, sleeping on the streets. Basically, that's all I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to get me a place to stay, get off the streets. You know what I'm saying? Get me a place to stay, get off the streets so I can take a shower and I won't have to be a pain and an eyesore to nobody. I can be in my place. I can be living there. If this is a problem, which is seen like a perpetuation problem, and that's the bottom part is, the main line is to get housing. So, and that's the root. So all this other stuff, I'm calling the problem unlawful logging this and all this stuff, and I've been filling out paperwork. I just got back from seeing my social worker now for housing. She's just now trying to get something. I've been with her for several years, and I'm going to go see this other lady over on 3rd Street to get senior housing. I'm trying to get senior housing. I done reached that point in my life that I'm a senior citizen, and I have to be with the older people, Whatever happens, I just want people to understand that I'm not out to try to hurt nobody. I'm not out to try to do anything wrong. I'm only out to create art. And that's about it. I'm an artist and to live my life. And nothing more, nothing less. And if it shows that I'm trying to get housing and trying to do this and that, I think the unlawful logging is incorrect if a person is trying to get housing. You know, but we have to come up with a solution. We have to make a wrong right, you know, and don't try to fight everybody. Let's say, hey, you know, this is time to get housing. This is time to put our stuff together, try to get something done instead of beating up on the cops, beating up on DPW, beating up on everybody else, the system, and say, hey, you know, we need housing. So that's where the root of everything comes from, like the seed. That will be the seed that will stop all this other stuff because it grew from there. Okay, so people, all this political, this and the police, this and all this. No. I'm gonna tell you my problem is house. That's it. It sounds so simple, and it is so simple. And don't outthink it and overdo it. And that's it.
Exactly.
Yeah, and we overthink stuff. So sometimes we do. I do it too. So it's part of human life. But the reality is housing, and not like some old fancy stuff. You know, this is, you know, I take a hole in the wall right now. You know, you can give me a Roach Motel like how we used to have back in the days. I remember that it used to cost $10 a day. You know, Roach Hotel. I was happy with that. So give me a Roach Hotel for me to I can go in and lock the door. Right, and don't worry about DPW taking my personal belonging. I would accept that right now. And this is my art, and this is what I fought for. Basically, my right to be an artist, my right to exist, you know, as a human being in San Francisco. Sound like my day. Here we go again.